Okay, guys, welcome to the Binary Atlas channel. Now, today's video is going to be something a little different. Normally, well, you know what? This channel has gone through a lot of metamorphosi, whatever you want to call it. Started out the channel, doing a couple of product reviews back in the day, some LED grow lights and some earbuds, and then I kind of dipped heavily into online game streaming and playing video games and doing reviews and things like that. And then I've kind of shifted it toward more technology, both podcasting and just review videos and help videos and things like that. Today, I want to be talking about something that happened to my family personally. Probably going to get a bit emotional and heated during this video. I apologize in advance. I will probably do a lot of beeping out of some choice cuss words I might say. But what we're going to be talking about today is insurance, specifically homeowners insurance. There is a crisis going on in America. I've read about it. I didn't really pay much attention to it until it happened to my family, which unfortunately is kind of how these things go. So I thought it was very important to bring this to your attention. So I've got some notes here on my computer that I'm going to be kind of following along so I can get the story out to you. I will be linking a blog article that my wife wrote over on her blog. If you want some heavy details, I suggest you go read that. This is just going to be kind of an overview from my point of view during all this process. So here's what happened. Short story is my wife and I, we lost our homeowner's insurance. Long story is we should not have. And I'm going to go over the entire story. I'm going to give names. I'm not going to pull punches. I think it's important for everybody to have the information so that you know how to deal with it if and when it happens to you. Okay, so we had our insurance with Farm Bureau in Russellville, Arkansas, if you want to know the specific office that we had to deal with. We've had their insurance for 20 some odd years, right? When my wife and I got married, she had them longer than I had. When we got married, we combined all our policies. We had 2 auto insurance policies. I had 2 separate life insurance policies. We had our homeowners insurance with them. So I'm going to talk to you about the claims that we made. These are what they used as an excuse to kick us out. Okay, so the first, I don't have numbers on these either when it comes to the claim numbers. I think my wife does in her article. But the first homeowner's claim we ever filed was back in 2014. There had been a storm, and we had had severe storm damage to the side of our house, right? So we had that repaired. The next time that we used insurance, or tried to, was in 2020. We had a roof leak. We thought it was from a storm. The adjuster came out and said it was not from a storm, so they did not cover it. We had to pay out of pocket to have that fixed. It was $700, $800 to have that leak fixed. So we kind of wrote off the 2020 thing because we didn't consider it a real claim because they didn't pay anything. Okay. So now we're going to jump in time. We're going to go to June 2022. We had a water valve behind our refrigerator, where you hook your ice machine up and everything. That started leaking, and it was a small, slow leak. We didn't notice it, and it ruined the floors in the kitchen and in the utility room behind that wall. Okay. Now, in that same year, in October, we had another bad situation. We had a fire. What happened is we had one of those units in your ceiling that does both venting and heating. Okay, it was a dual vent fan heating unit. It had bad wiring that sparked and caused an attic fire. What happened is my wife had smelt something. I went in and felt the ceiling. I couldn't even touch the ceiling. It was so hot. We called the fire department. The fire department came in. They busted out the ceiling in the bathroom, extinguished the fire. We did not lose our house. It was a very close call. If I had busted the ceiling open or taken the fan out to try to see what was going on, it probably would have ignited and we might have lost the house. We had, so because of that, we had a lot of smoke, fire, and water damage inside the master bathroom. And then we had water damage from the fire hose throughout the house. That one I do remember. That one was like a maybe $19,000 claim. That one was. We filed no claims in 2023. And in late January 2024, we don't even get a phone call. We get a letter in the mail stating that as of March 2024, they will not be renewing our homeowners policy. So we went down and to the local Farm Bureau office in Russellville, and we asked them what was going on. And well, you'll need to talk to your agent. Okay, well, we need to talk to Rick. All right, just give us 1 second. Well, we walk into Rick's office. He saw that he knew what was going on, right? Saw the letter in our hand, knew what was going on, right? First words out of his mouth were, "You don't have a leg to stand on." And because what they told us is that we had 3 claims within 2 years. And that is why they're dropping us. We only had 2 claims. That 3rd claim was never even approved, so I don't consider it a claim. It was what they were using as an excuse to drop us. And I was livid. I really was. I've calmed down a lot since then, but I was pretty livid. And then Rick Atkins, our agent, I don't ever want to deal with him again. Not only was he no help whatsoever, he started giving us horror stories about how we were not going to be able to find insurance because we were uninsurable. He told us that even if we found something, we might have to pay $10,000 to $15,000 a year for our insurance, which we can't afford. It would have ruined us. He had my wife scared. It wasn't professional. The company wasn't professional. I will never ever use them again. I hope nobody that watches this video uses them either. We have since then we found insurance. It is higher. We had to pay a higher. It's a higher deductible. It doesn't cover replacement cost of the house, and it is more per month. But we did end up finding something. But it was a long and painful process to find new insurance. We found some insurance that was pretty good, that wasn't that high. Well, it was higher, but it wasn't horribly much higher. It was replacement cost for the house. We got approved, and when it went to underwriting denied us, stating that we had 3 claims, or we had that 1 claim in 2022 that apparently wasn't even supposed to be on the books. And there is no appeals process. There is no talking to the underwriters. It is a soulless industry now, especially from Farm Bureau. You know, they have their little slogans, friends for life or whatever. That is not true. They are a business. They do not care about you. All they care about is making money. And I can guarantee you that since we were with them for over 20 years, that we have paid far more in premiums than what they paid out on our insurance claims, guaranteed. Yet because of that, they still dropped us and then caused this incredible, not only mental hardship, but emotional roller coaster that we had to go on, the financial hardships that my wife and I are having to endure right now because of the higher premiums we're having to pay on insurance. It's just awful. We ended up finding this really great insurance company over in Russellville called Pledger Insurance. They have been incredible. They were sensitive to our plight. They bent over backwards to try to help us find insurance. They helped us find some. They have been incredible. So we're running all our insurance through them. As far as my life insurance is concerned, I'm going to be meeting with a company next week, and I'm going to be shifting all that stuff away from Farm Bureau. Never again will they get any of my business. But this isn't the only horror story I've heard. I mean, we're not the only horror story here. I've been on Reddit. I've read stories from other people. I got told that there are some insurance companies that you claim once and they drop you. The new norm is that if, say you have hail damage on your roof, right? And your roof is 10 years old. They don't give you replacement cost for your roof anymore. Now you have to take the replacement cost of your roof and deduct a depreciated value for your 10 years that it's been installed. So basically, they only give you the cost of the current cost of your roof at 10 years old. It's not replacement cost. We got told by insurance that, honestly, the way the industry is right now, if you do not have a catastrophic loss, like if your house does not burn to the ground, don't claim insurance. We had heard a story of a lady who had a small kitchen fire. There wasn't a ton of damage. It was mostly just smoke and soot, cleanup and repair on the wall, and they dropped her insurance because she claimed it. So what my wife and I are doing, we are going to talk to a financial advisor. We are going to set up some things in the background to kind of save up and store up money and hopefully become our own bank where if something happens like this, if it's not catastrophic loss, my wife and I will loan ourselves money out of our investment account, and then we will make repairs and then pay it back ourselves, pay ourselves back. That's going to be my end goal. But at what point in this country did we get where insurance isn't a claimable thing? It's not a safeguard. It's not something to help you sleep at night, because if you claim it, you lose it. Now, I'm also going to go over this small little tidbit of information here at the end. If you have a mortgage on your home, you have to have insurance, right? It is not an option, right? If you can't find insurance, and we almost got to this point, we were within a week and a half to 2 weeks away from having to claim this insurance. Let me see if I wrote down in my notes what it was. I did not, but my wife has the name for it. Basically what it is if you cannot find insurance, you have to let your mortgage company know that you are uninsurable and can't find insurance. What happens is the mortgage company finds insurance. You still have to pay it. You don't get a choice in the premium you have to pay, and the insurance only covers the bank. So if there was a catastrophic loss of your home, the bank would get the money from that payout. Your mortgage would be paid, right? You would be out of your mortgage, but you don't get the cost to rebuild your home. So you're out of it. You're out of a house. You have no place to live. I want to say it's called catastrophic leave. You know what? Let me go. I really want to know what that is. Let me go to my wife's article here and I will look it up for you guys. I hate that I don't remember what it was called. Forced placed insurance. So that's what we would have had to go with. And we were like just a hairs away from having to do it. But anyway, that's my little rant video. I just kind of wanted, after everything we went through, I just really, really wanted you guys to know what was happening and why I haven't really been putting out much content lately. We've been busy with trying to deal with that. Hopefully I'm going to get back to putting out my content. I'm shooting this right now on my new OnePlus Open Fold. Once I've had it a couple of weeks, I'm going to do a big video on it. I've got some footage recorded for these Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses. I'm going to put up some videos on that. So anyway, this has been Jonathan Collins. I appreciate you for tuning into the Binary Atlas channel, and I hope to see you guys next time.